Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how your children can make money from home as homeschool children. Last week we talked about how you can make money as a homeschool parent working from home and make some awesome, legitimate money teaching and selling online digital products, making the Patriot switch, things like this. So today we're going to be talking about how your kids can make money. My kids have, oh my goodness, tried so many different things. Let me know if your children right now are making and selling products, if they're maybe working on a homestead or a farm and selling vegetables, eggs, things like this. My business partner, Natalie, her children make and sell their own soap. And so there are all kinds of different things you can do. So, for example, my kids sometimes will just do their own sale. They will make lemonade. They'll go sit right by the road and just yell at every car that goes by. They've also sold slime many, many, many times. We make and sell our own slime, and they will sell that on the road, and they go door to door sometimes making people buy their slime. But also, I work for another nonprofit organization called the Children's Entrepreneur Market. So, this Children's Entrepreneur Market started in Utah. It's a nonprofit, like I said. The parent company is called Libertas Institute. And maybe you've heard of another arm of Libertas, which is the Tuttle Twins book series. So, maybe this is sounding familiar, maybe not, but they're all kind of together. So, Connor, the one who writes the Tuttle Twins series, is sort of my boss. And I just took over Michigan. And my job in Michigan is to create opportunities where we can bring the children's markets. Now, another thing that's cool is that even though it started in Utah, they just branched out to all these different states, and they're also hiring in a whole bunch of new states right now too. So I will share that in this Facebook post where they're hiring. So maybe you can apply. Maybe this could be something that you would like to do. It's an awesome job. So I get paid was one of my many jobs that I do from home. I get paid hourly to create opportunities for these markets. So for example, I will find like a local art fair or a farmer's market or a concert series or something that a city has going on. I'll contact them and I'll say, can we bring the children's market to your event? And so that way the children will have a lot of patrons, a lot of customers to come and buy their products instead of just having a singular all by itself booth with not a lot of customers. So I've already done 6 of these this year. I have another one today. I'm doing one today in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's going to be pretty big. There's 31 children coming. They each have a 10 by 10 space to set up a booth. They can sell anything they want. And something that's so cool about this experience is the parents are not allowed to help them. So they have to run their booth. The parents cannot interact. They cannot sell. They cannot help them make change or accept payments. So all of this they have to learn beforehand. And some of the cool things that I give them as part of Teach Me Truth, I will offer them free online courses to take and learn how to build a business plan and how to price your products. And guess what? A lot of this is just trial and error. So sometimes your kids might enjoy making things that might not actually sell in the real world, and they have to learn that the hard way sometimes. So you can try a lot of different things. My kids, like I said, sell slime. That's their biggest seller. They make and sell the slime. They get little containers from like Gordon Food Service or eBay or whatever I can find the containers. And those sell the best. They've also handmade some crafts. They just made some like wooden spoons with beads and stuff with their grandma. They started selling. They've sold lemonade, chips. We made lip balm that they still sell. So all different kinds of things. A lot of the children at these markets will sell baked goods. It just really depends on the market though. So I would definitely encourage you to go on their website and see if there's a market near you. It's a super great opportunity, and or possibly be the market manager for your area. So they're hiring right now, like I said. So check into that. And so some of the things that I have to offer today, if you join our email list for my nonprofit online teaching platform, which is called Teach Me Truth, so teachmetruth.com. And then our other website that we have is called nuggetsofwisdom.com. Now, Nuggets of Wisdom is like a Teachers Pay Teachers, where we have digital online worksheets that you can download for all of your teaching needs. So if you would sign up for our email list for both of those platforms, Teach Me Truth and Nuggets of Wisdom, I have this awesome bundle for you today. So I have 2 of my online courses. I mean, this is huge. 2 of them, which teach you how to make a business plan. And then I have another one called Beauty and Business. Now, the Beauty and Business one is actually really good. Even if you're not interested in making and selling beauty products, it really can be utilized for anything that you want to sell. And it gives you a really good overview of also how to make a business plan. So I actually recommend that one a little bit more, especially for like all ages. The how to make a business plan, like the standard one, is actually really difficult, and it's in depth and more for like teenagers. So I have had several students take this how to make a business plan course, and only a handful of them actually completed the work because it is a lot of work. Okay, so just heads up on that. But I am giving away both of those for free. Plus, I just made a worksheet that goes with it. So this one you can get from Nuggets of Wisdom. Let me try to pull it up. And so let's see, business. There we go. And so this one can be for all ages also. A very simplified way to create a business plan, because what business is going to work or be successful without a business plan? And a business plan is really important to continue updating as you go, to reset your goals and to go over your pricing and target market. So a business plan should always be adjusted periodically. You don't just create it one time and you're good to go. You need to keep adjusting it throughout. So here's an example of this free digital download that you'll also get with this bundle today, just for joining our email list. And another thing, we are not going to annoy you with a whole bunch of emails. So you will get max 3 emails per month. Usually it's 1 or 2. All right. Describe what you'll be selling. Describe what you're excited about. What tools, materials, or supplies would you need to get started, and how much will they cost? Now, I really encourage parents, if you're going to help your child start their own business, don't continue funding the business. They have to learn the hard way to fail, to fall, how much things cost realistically in the real world. So what I did with my kids was I was like an initial investor, where I purchased their supplies up front for making slime, such as their glue and the baking soda and the eye solution and all the stuff, the containers and things. So one-time investment towards getting them started. And then after that, I take money from their profits to buy future supplies. And they have to keep track of this. And now they're getting a little better at understanding it. And the more they run the markets and the more they sell and the more they do, the better off they are, the more they learn, obviously. So who will work with you? Will you hire someone? When will you work? What will your hours be? Here are your goals and milestones. So all these things that people don't really think through or think about are all laid out in this worksheet. And these are things that are on a real business plan. So if they're going to grow up and become real entrepreneurs in this world, I mean, they are entrepreneurs, even if they're young still. But these are the types of things you will need if your business ever needs funding and things like that. So this is the cost to buy your item, how much you're going to sell it for, how much it costs to make it, and the profit. I'm sorry, this is the name of the item, the price you're going to sell it for, cost to make it, and profit. So it talks about how to price things and how much money you're going to make. What forms of payment will you accept? What makes you different or unique? Your mission statement, target market, who are your ideal customers? How will you advertise or market your business? And there's different methods and tons of ideas in my online courses as well. So, and it depends on what you're trying to sell. Are you trying to sell something online? Are you trying to start a lawn mowing business? Are you going to go around and collect pop cans in your neighborhood? I mean, there's so many different things you could do. Are you going to sell eggs from your farm? How are you going to sell the eggs? Are you going to go to farmers markets? Are you going to have a stand by your street? Are you going to go door to door and ask your neighbors? What if you set up some kind of system where you deliver eggs to your neighbors once every 2 weeks, and they pay you however much money every 2 weeks. So get some core customers. What are your strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats? All right, so this is called a SWOT analysis, and we go over all this much more in detail in the video. But this worksheet alone is super helpful. It's very basic, like I said, but gets children thinking about all these different details and things, and how to be successful out there in the real world. Now, I do have a business marketing minor degree, and I also am a business owner. I've owned multiple business throughout the year. So I do have a lot of experience in this. And I took most of this information directly from my college courses that I took, you know? So it is a really extensive, very detailed course. And that's about it. I was going to have my son come down and share, but he got distracted because I couldn't figure out how to work the live again. You guys. He wanted to talk about what things worked for him and what things did not work. And some things that really work is getting out there and getting the customers. You can't just sit there and be meek and think customers are going to come to you. You really have to get out there. And even at these children's markets where all the booths are set up, what works the best is saying hello to your customers and asking them specifically if they want to buy something. And I go to a lot of these markets. Like I said, I observe a lot of these kids, and the ones that sell the most, there will be people walking past, and the kids will be like, "Hey, do you want to buy a cookie?" And the people will turn around and come and buy a cookie. So it's asking them to buy something. And that's also in Business 101. So I just wanted to share with you, these are what the markets are like. So these are real children selling. These girls have hair clips. I don't know if they made them themselves or if they bought and sold them. The markets are open for anything like that. You can resell items, you can make items, you can do baked goods, perishables, which is really cool because some of the farmers markets, for example, you can't sell things that you didn't make yourself. So again, here, and the kids have to run the booth and see the parent in the back. Can you see that? My job is to make sure the parents do not help. So learning from hands-on experience. Like I said, I would just allow your children, coach them a little bit at home, but allow them to fail, allow them to try new things on their own, and step back and help them to really understand what it's like in the real world. So that's about it for me today. I would love to hear if your child or someone you know, maybe a kid that you know, has their own business. What's working for them? What has not worked for them? What have they tried, failed at? If you need more information on how to price things specifically, my course is really in depth about that, especially the beauty and business one. And there's online calculators and things that the kids can use for that. So I would love to hear about your business ideas. And oh my goodness, so what's really cool about these online courses is there is a community for it. So the kids can also talk with other kids and chat with their businesses and their business ideas and things like that too. So it's really fun. But thank you so much for listening to me today, and sign up for our email list so we can be in touch. Enjoy.